Hey everyone, in today's video we're going to discover how you can inscribe a circle into any triangle. As you can see here, we have two triangles, an equilateral and a right angle triangle, and we're going to do the construction for both of them. For our equilateral triangle, we have sides of length 200 millimeters. The length of the sides really doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter whether the triangle is equilateral, right-angled, scalene, or otherwise. So I am drawing two arcs at my base angles. I could have chosen any two angles on the triangle. And what we want to do is we want to bisect the angles. We want to bisect two angles of the triangle. Alright, so that's what we are doing here, and if you have seen any of my previous videos, you will be able to notice patterns when it comes to bisecting angles. The steps are the same. Okay, so we have our intersecting arcs for the first angle, and now we'll do the second angle. In both cases, I would have used arcs of the same length. So for the initial arcs, I would have used 30 millimeters. And for the secondary arcs, which I'm drawing here now, I would have used a radius of 50 millimeters. But it doesn't matter, and they do not necessarily have to be the same for each angle, but I just decided to use the same measurement. Right, so we are basically finished with the construction here. We're going to pull our bisecting lines. That's the first one, and this is the second one. And what we want to do is we want to extend our bisecting lines until they intersect with each other. So we're just going to do that here very quickly. All right, wonderful. So we can see where the two bisecting lines intersect. And now we enter the circle command. And I just established the radius, a perpendicular radius, in this case, down to the baseline. And there we have our inscribed circle. To make it more visible, I'm just going to change the layer, and there you have it. This is our inscribed circle. Now this is an equilateral triangle, so all the sides and angles are the same. So let's do it on a right angled or a 90-degree triangle. All right, so we have a base of 400 and a height of 200, and we're going to do the same thing, same steps. We're going to bisect some lines. So I'm using a radius of 30 millimeters once more to cut the angles on both sides. And I'm doing the same at this very acute angle. Now we bisect the angles. We bisect the angles just as we did on the previous triangle, and just as we did in all previous videos where we had to bisect angles. Okay, there we go. So that's the first angle, and let's do the second angle. Once more, I'm using a radius of 50 millimeters for these arcs, but you do not have to. You can use any radius. as long as you use the same radius for both sides. Okay, so we have all the arcs that we need, and now we're going to draw our bisecting lines. So that's the first one, and this is our second line, and we draw the lines through the intersecting points of the arcs. And now I'm going to extend the bisecting lines so that they intersect with each other, just like this. Right, and this will give us the center of our circle, our inscribed circle. So using that as center, you you establish a radius with a perpendicular line, and that's it. As you can see, this circle is also perfectly inscribed inside of our triangle. So that's how you inscribe a circle in a triangle, and I trust that you would have learned a lot, and you can use this for any triangle regardless of the shape or size. Thank you very much. Please like if you learned anything, and please subscribe if you haven't already.